Clap it up for Darren and all the comedians that went up and did their thing. And just clap it up for yourselves for being here. Y'all could have been anywhere, but you chose to enjoy us, and we appreciate y'all. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. And this year is going good for me because in the past year, I have lost 25 pounds, feeling good about myself. Lost 25 pounds. Finally got myself a full-time job, 40 hours a week, with full benefits and life insurance. You need clap it up if you got life insurance. You got life insurance. You're going to die. You might as well get the life insurance is extremely important, not only to take care of your loved ones when you pass on, but if you've lived an uneventful life, it'll make them forget every bad thing you did. Because you're leaving them off with a nice policy. They're going to forget the fact that you lost all your money at the casino because you're leaving them with a good policy. They're going to forget the fact that you slept with your best friend's mother because you're leaving them with a policy. And me, I'm happy I finally got my policy, man, because before I got my life insurance, the only thing I was going to leave my family is my PlayStation. And I don't got that many games. I got a real limited library. I got the game that come with the system. And it's the PlayStation 4. It's not even a new one. This is ridiculous, man. I need to at least step my game up. This is ridiculous, man. You gotta step your game up. You gotta do better in life. You can't stay stagnated. That's why for the first time in 10 years, I got myself some new bed covers. I got myself some new... Men don't care about no... The only reason why men get sheets is because they have women. You would not get new sheets if you did not have this beautiful woman. If you didn't have this woman, you would ride them sheets till the wheels fell off. We don't care about them sheets. We do the sheets for the buns. That's why we do it. But you know, I'm balling on a budget. The tariffs is high. The egg prices are high. And I like omelets more than I like bedding. So I had to get my sheets from the Dollar General. And if you know anything about those Dollar General sheets, they have a really low thread count. They're extremely coarse. It's like you laying inside a bowl of shredded wheat. You need a pedicure just to get in your bed comfortably. Because if you got that shredded wheat sheets with them corn chips feet, you hop in that ashy bed, you're liable to cause a fire. I think that's how all the blazes got started in Los Angeles earlier this year. Some dude had some shredded wheat sheets from Dollar General, hopped in the bed with no pedicure, half of Hollywood is gone. Thank you. I take that warning clap. I've been in a relationship for the past year. Clap it up for my lady. I've been in a relationship with my baby. My girlfriend is Puerto Rican. She's petite. And she's a professional lawyer. You know what that means? That's my life insurance policy. That's the person that's taking, she's crossing the T's, dotting the I's, kicked her son out the will for me. You understand what I'm saying? But you never know somebody until you're really with somebody for a while. I almost had to break up with her, man. It got real rocky, you know? Because she's real lacking in the domestic area, you know? Like, she doesn't use fabric softener in the laundry. The clothes are extremely crunchy. Very hot. When I put it on, I feel like the Tin Man when I'm walking, man. Well, she don't want the clothes to be fresh. And this is the thing that's going to get black people mad. She only uses one dryer sheet. One dryer sheet and 2 loads of... Black people, we use loads and loads of dryer sheets for one sock. We will use 7 dryer sheets for one sock. And she mixes the colors with the whites. I don't think this is a dream that Martin Luther King had in mind. When it comes to mixing colors and whites, I'm very, very racist. When it comes to my clothing, all my wife beaters was pink. So whenever I open my underwear drawer, I look like the biggest supporter of breast cancer awareness. She's breaking stereotypes, though, because most laundromats I went to, they're run by Puerto Ricans, and she's doing her ancestors wrong. And that's a good thing. You got to break the stereotype. She's terrible at the laundry. She's terrible. I love her, man. I love her. I love doing shows in different places, but even though I'm a bigger guy, I don't like confrontation. I'm always concerned about the thugs that are gonna be there, and I heard there was a lot of thugs in Uncasville. And there's a lot of thugs right here in this room. But you thugs look weird, you thugs look kind of strange. Y'all the type of thugs that are like, steal my identity, but then improve my credit, you know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with good credit, but you can't go from 500 to 800 in one day. It's gonna raise some red flags, and my black behind gonna get thrown in prison, and prison is not a good look for me. Because in the streets, I know y'all thought this, I kind of look like George Foreman. That's messed up for laughing, forget you. But in prison, I look like Amber Rose. For those that don't know, that's Kanye West's ex-girlfriend. She has a bald head, big booty, light skin, just like me. In prison, we're practically identical twins. And you don't want to be Amber Rose's twin in prison, playboy. You will become the main course. That's like being beef patties around Jamaicans. That's like being spaghetti around Italians. That's like being cats around Asians. Okay, some of y'all laughing and some of y'all moaning and groaning, but we know for a fact the meat texture in the Chinese food is different. You thought that was General Tso's chicken? That's General Tso's kitten, man. And when you eat it too fast, you burp, you go, meow. And I know that sounds kind of racist, but I have not seen any Asians in the room, and it is okay to talk junk about folks if they're not in the room. I learned that from white people. And if you are Asian, pretend like you're Mexican so my joke works. Getting older. 46 years old, clap it up for me. 46, clap it up. I'm happy. Because a lot of times, black people don't be living that long. You see, it's only like 3 of us in the room. You understand what I'm saying? Because between diabetes, police brutality, child support, and the COVID vaccine, we are an endangered species. And as you get older, your priorities start to change. When I was young, I could not wait to get to the club. Now, in my 40s, I get to the club, I can't wait to go to bed, man. Happy hour is sleepy time for me. You get strange injuries when you get older, strange injuries. Like 2 weeks ago, I tore my ACL playing basketball in my dreams, man. I hit the game-winning shot, Curry. Now I gotta take ice baths instead of bubble baths. Using Bengay like it's lotion. Going on my day smelling like a hospital bed. Hospitally fresh. But I realized I was getting older when I realized I really do enjoy the taste of a pastrami Reuben. And for those that don't know, that's an old school sandwich with old school ingredients. It comes with Swiss cheese, Thousand Island, sauerkraut. That's convalescent cuisine. I have it every Thursday at 4 p.m. with a tapioca pudding and a yoo-hoo while watching the Golden Girls. I think Blanche is beautiful. And if they could bring her back to life, I want to make her my boo-boo. Because Blanche got that boom, 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 boom. Thank you for being a friend. Help me out now. Travel around the road. And y'all sound beautiful. Your heart is true. You're a and a. Clap it up for the church. Clap it up for the Unitarian Presbyterian Church. Blanche is beautiful. She's the reason why I love older women. I'm not talking 10 years older. I'm talking AARP. Because older ladies don't play no games. They'll iron your suit, read you a bedtime story, give you some of them soft, warm, oatmeal, raisin cookies. You ain't ever had cookies until you had grandma's. Soft, warm, oatmeal, raisin cookies. I want to meet a lady so old, if I get her pregnant by accident, she will give birth to a college graduate. That baby go from maternity to fraternity immediately. Summa cum baby. I meet a lot of these older ladies online on Tinder when I used to date before I had my lady. I meet a lot of these older ladies online on Tinder, and a lot of times they brag about being 35, but I know for a fact that they're 50. Because no woman brags about being 35 unless they're 50. And this is my thing, ladies. When y'all get older, y'all like to lie about your age and try to throw people off and say you're younger. No, it's stupid. It makes more sense to say that you're even older. That's like the cheapest plastic surgery ever. So you young lady, I know you're not 40, behind this man right, you. I know you're not 40, but when you're 40, tell everybody that you're 55. They're gonna look at you and be like, oh my God, look at your skin. It's so beautiful. You must be mixed. You from Egypt? Black don't crack. Use cocoa butter? No, she's white. Use oil of Olay. You getting way more likes on your Facebook pictures, the heart likes stalked on a regular basis and random money from strangers. But if you 40 and you try to say you 25, they're gonna be like, yeah, right. I can tell by the wrinkles on your hands. The turkey neck's a dad giveaway. Because one lady I met on Tinder, she had a turkey neck. I told her a couple of jokes. I made her laugh. And she was like, I was like, did this chick just gobble? Thanksgiving in a couple of months. What, I gotta give her a cranberry sauce on the first date? Gravy cologne? She want me to stuff that bird. That's what she want me to give her some stuff. Ladies, if you're getting older, like I said before, the cheapest plastic surgery is to say you're even older. If you're 50, say you're 75. If you're 75, say you're 95. And if you're 95, just say you're dead, man. Like, damn, baby, you look good. How old are you? I'm dead. Like, you're the most beautiful corpse I've ever seen in my life. I met her at the graveyard. I was really digging her. I was really digging. I know. She was my cemetery Cinderella. Her glass slipper was extremely filthy. Now, as far as I know, I don't have any children, as far as I know. And, you know, being a black man pushing 50, my mother's always pressuring me, like, Mo, when you gonna make me some kids? Mo, when you gonna make me some grandkids? I said, when you let me have company past 10 p.m. I can't afford rent and hotels. My mother's a hater. This is preposterous, man. And this is the thing, like, my mother recently got saved. My mom recently found Christ. So she's no longer fornicating. She's no longer having sex in the house. So if she's not allowed to have sex in the house, nobody's allowed to have sex in the house. And it's some bull, because my mother don't even go to church. My mother be sipping wine while watching YouTube sermons. You understand what I'm saying? My mother be sipping wine while watching T.D. Jakes, Tony Evers, and Joe Osteen. And I'm like, Dad, Mom, why is you sipping wine while you watching church? She's like, what you talking about? This is the blood of Christ. This is the record from this is an exit. This is the Passover. I said, Mom, I understand that, but you're drinking Pinot Grigio. It's the wrong color, and bad enough, it's not even the bottle Pinot Grigio, it's the box Pinot Grigio. With the plastic bag on the inside, the speaker on the outside. She gonna run out of wine, filling up her glass, talking about, only God could judge. God is my only judge. That's the wine spigot sound. That's also another sound, but I'm trying not to be too dirty. You know what I'm talking about. He's a freak. He's a freak. I do need to have some children. I do need to have some kids. Because as far as we know, that's how we live forever, extending our genes and our legacy until Elon Musk make us immortal. and if I have some kids, I got to go to the motherland, you know? I know I got my lady, but she don't want to have no children, so I got to go to Africa to have myself a child with a beautiful African sister. And do you want to know the main reason why? A young white man that's like paying attention to me intently? I'll tell you. Because the infomercials in the 80s and the 90s and Sally Struthers told me it only costs 25 cents a day to raise a healthy African black baby, man. That's only $7.50 per month. I can afford that. I pay more for Disney Plus. And I don't even watch it. Just like how I'm not gonna watch that baby. Because my dad never watched me. I'm following in my father's footsteps, which happen to be not so big because he's only 5'6". He has very little shoes. I made y'all sad, but I'll get y'all back. Before I got my lady, I was very bitter with women. You know what I'm saying? I was very frustrated, and I came up with this dating philosophy. You either adore me or ignore me. She has to be in love with me immediately, or it's not gonna work. Not that accomplished, not that handsome. I probably was gonna be single for the rest of my life. But you still gotta shoot your shot. And that's exactly what I did after a comedy show. I saw this beautiful chocolate sister sitting at a bar, conservatively dressed, sipping on a martini, and I approached her gingerly and I asked her, I said, ma'am, I think you're gorgeous and I would love to take you out sometime if that's okay with you. And she was like, that's all well and good, but I just gave my life to Christ and I only be dealing with a preacher or a pastor. I said, you'll only be dealing with a preacher? She was like, yup. I said, you'll only be dealing with a pastor? She was like, yup. I said, well, you know what? You came to the right place. I was looking at you. You was looking real beautiful, like a sexy chocolate Kim Kardashian. I'm going to take you to breakfast. I'm going to take you to lunch. I'm going to take you to dinner. I'm going to buy you those red shoes, that spaghetti strap dress, that Chanel perfume. The only stipulation, we got to go to the hotel and have some consummation, but we're not really married, so it's really fornication. And if you have a baby, if you get pregnant, I'm going to catch the Holy Ghost. Or did I say ghost? I meant ghost literally, because I'm not going to be in that child's life. My daddy wasn't there for me, so I'm not going to be there for that kid. I'm following in my father's footsteps. Yeah. That's my time. Peace.